Hello and welcome to day 16 of 30 days of Doodles. Today officially marks being a little over halfway through our series, so I hope that by now you're starting to gain some traction and you're feeling confident. So for today's Doodles, we are doing some birthday themed stuff, so in case you want to make a birthday tracker. So let's start with our balloon, and we're just going to draw a circle, and then we're going to refine that to give it that more balloon shape where it's tapered off at the bottom. So I just went from around each side and continued on with the curve, but then brought it down to a point, and then I add that little piece of rubber where it's tied around, so it's kind of like an upside down soft triangle. And then the last thing to do would be to add the string. If you want to add curls or you want to add extra ribbon, feel free to make this balloon as extra as you like. So now I'm just going in with my small Faber-Castell to outline all of these lines and go over our ribbon. And then the last step for this doodle is just to add a little shine piece on one edge of the balloon, and this just gives it that look that it's a shiny balloon and that there is a little bit of character to it. Moving on, we get to draw a cupcake. I was a little torn between doing a cupcake and a cake, but I went with a cupcake because I love drawing them and there are so many variations. So we're just going to do one that I feel is pretty fun and is a good place to just start and really dive in. So we're going to start off with the base, and we are just going to draw a rectangle, and then we are going to draw these ovals on top. So you're going to start with one that overlaps the rectangle, and then they get smaller as they go up. So I'm going to have a total of 4, and then we're going to make a triangle on top. And now we're going to refine this. This is where it gets a little tricky. So along that bottom oval, drag the right part of it and just kind of drag it up at an angle. So we're creating these sloped sections of frosting. So each layer just kind of layers on top of itself, and they kind of alternate back and forth. So if one side is thick, then the side above that is thin, and then it gets thick on the other side, and so on. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope watching the video will kind of help you to do it because it's a little hard to explain. But if you're following the video, I think you can definitely do this. And then for the top, you're just going to create this nice little rounded, almost like a wave shape, and that'll give us the tip of our frosting. So here I'm just showing you those first lines that we had, and I'm just erasing them. You don't have to do this. I just wanted to make it more clear for the video. And now we're going to taper off that bottom rectangle just to give it a more organic feel to it. So I just pulled the top corners down and in, and now we'll go back over it with our fine line pen or black pen, whatever you're using, it doesn't matter. And so we're going to trace around all these lines, and then we're going to add some extra little lines on the frosting and some lines on the cupcake wrapper, and then we'll be done. Just make sure that you don't cross them both over or it will look not quite right. After outlining with our larger tipped pen, I'm going back in with my smaller tip just to add some fine details. So I'm making some little tiny lines coming out the center of the bow to make it look like it has some natural creases in it. And then I'm going to add these curly ribbons. So I just curl one way and then the other, and I just kind of drag them down as far as I want. Add as many as you like. That wraps up day 16. I hope to see you tomorrow for day 17. Remember, you can share your doodles with me with the hashtag 30 days of doodles with TPP and tag me at the Petite Planner, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.